top of the stretch, and America's horse has opened up. It's American Pharoah with that majestic stride, pouring it on through the stretch. Keen Ice runs into second. American Pharoah, the party continues as he rolls home in the Haskell.
And they're into the stretch, and American Pharoah has a 4-length lead. As it exits second, and then it's trusted, totalist, and honor code. American Pharoah comes into his final furlong, and he's got a 6-length lead as they come to the wire. A Triple Crown winner, a Breeders' Cup winner, a horse of a lifetime.
We heard it from the call there. Pharoah, a horse of a lifetime, certainly up to that mark. 10-year anniversary from what we've seen as maybe one of the best seasons in the sport.
I think so, and it was nearly 40 years until that Triple Crown curse got undone by American Pharoah. You see that beautiful statue right outside of Oaklawn Park. And look, in any form of sports, whether you're talking maybe a quarterback's throwing motion or a pitcher, they talk a lot about mechanics. And American Pharoah might have had the prettiest mechanics you've ever seen on a stride. Made it look so easy.
This Saturday, we have the American Pharoah Stakes, the Grade 1 out at Santa Anita, going off as race number 3. And we should be calling this one the Bob Baffert Stakes. 4 of the 6 runners coming from the Baffert contingent there. The most accomplished looks to be Desert Gate, the one. 2 wins from the first 3 career starts, and we saw Desert Gate in the Del Mar Futurity, who ran a very game runner-up score out of a field of 6.
You're right, because everybody was expecting Brant, the big gray $3 million horse. They were not only expecting Brant to win, but they were expecting the horse to win big. And Desert Gate looked like they might go by here in the stretch. Now, Brant does hold to task and ends up winning by exactly 1 length. But Desert Gate, put in a couple really nice efforts. Another one by Omaha Beach. Baffert just won the Goodwood with the son of Omaha Beach, talking about Nevada Beach, and looking for similar success on Saturday.
We'll be sitting at the 3-2 morning line mark. And Caleb, want to get your thoughts on this. We go back to the start of that race of the Del Mar Futurity. Out of the starting stalls, takes quite the stumble, and to just get back into the race showed plenty of moxie.
Noticeable trouble there to start. Now, I will say this, a little bit fortunate that after the stumble, there wasn't another horse to collide with him. So kind of a bit of a self-inflicted mistake there at the gate, but certainly overcame it.
Gonna have to be better from the starting blocks this Saturday afternoon. The second choice looks to be the 6 here in Christopherson at 9-5. Also coming in for the Hall of Famer Bob Baffert. He gets big money Mike Smith aboard.
Okay, now let me tell you why I'm really excited about this one and the potential of getting on the Derby Trail. Look at where the horse was purchased. This was a Keeneland sales purchase. Now, most of Baffert's Rockets are being bought at the 2-year-old in training sale. Barnes and Brand and Desert Gate and you name it. That is a great sign of speed, but the problem there is when you're showing that much speed at a 2-year-old in training sale, then you go to the Bob Baffert program, it's hard to keep that speed going and going and going. The number 6 was just purchased as a yearling for $1 million. There wasn't any speed that needed to be shown. So in my mind, I think that the Keeneland sales grads for Baffert have a better chance of getting to the Derby than the 2-year-old in training sales.
This one will be a win and you're in towards this year's Breeders' Cup Juvenile down there at Del Mar. So a big effort in this one. Punch the ticket to the world champs. And I'll tell you what, doesn't look so bad on the resume, either getting a Grade 1 score.
One somewhat noticeable absence from that race is the aforementioned Gray Brant, who, like a lot of other horses, are going to do the old layup into the Breeders' Cup. But so many chances. Even Baffert's got the son of Stellar Wind, Plutarch, who was actually on the turf, put a big race in, but was a bit green for second.
We know what's on the line. You can get $60K in entry fees paid by the Breeders' Cup, $10,000 award to the nominator, and a $10,000 travel allowance if based outside of California.